touch that 5 for you. I do that 3, 4 times again, I testify for you. I told I like you, that bitch, I do it. All that I'm around, you scared to do it. I'm not. As long as you joking, now in for me, I ain't got it. My bitch, scheming, looting, I ain't your body. As long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got no.
Too many restrictions because there's a man in this small space. I don't have a problem helping you and having your brother here, but you need to be here when your brother's here so that you can neutralize the situation, because I don't know him. Even if I wasn't in the apartment, it would have been better. He could stay here, I would stay with my man. But I'm here full time because my schedule has rather been a little bit crazy. So I can't stay with your brother alone. You need to be here. I'm raising a girl child, so she also can't be free around and. So you have to be here if your brother's gonna stay with us. Now that became a thing. I'm like, I don't think you are getting it. I don't have a problem with you bringing your brother into the space, but you need to be here to neutralize this whole thing, because 1 minute your brother's gonna be here with his friends throwing parties and I can't say anything because he's an adult and this is his sister's place. Kora hago. It was not adding up. No, but you know, that's now Dora is on and on and on. I'm like, no, you have to come back, eh? Like, that's my only condition. You must be here if your brother's gonna be here. So manje, usaya buya from Joleni, she's coming back. You can tell the energy starting to be, it's starting to be tricky. I think about a month later, then they managed to get accommodation for him. Umfana left, but the energy was a little bit off. Yabo. The energy being a little bit off. There was a girl that was our friend in the complex. So we used to either chill at her place or she would chill at our place, whatever the case is. And then in all of that happening, then I think she went and bakhulumangan basically. So kulumangami uthi mina I didn't want to help her na. I was just like, zero fucks. I don't care. I really don't care. I expressed why I cannot be with her brother in one space. She has to be here. Fine. They both Dora and the girl, they develop attitude nyana. So cool. Here and there, girl talks to me, and then and then COVID hit, ne? When COVID hit, I think she lost her job. When she lost her job, then she started spending a lot of time with that other girl. Remember, we stay in the same complex, so she kind of moved to that girl's apartment, and our apartment is where she just stored her clothes. Even at some point, she had taken her clothes at least to that girl's apartment. Do I mind? I don't. So, Udora usehlala no girl. Lo and then me being aware that she lost her job. Then something happened, yabo ekaya, and then my sister had to come this side with the kids. I asked her, do you mind if my sister stays this side for some time, and then I think like a month from now we will find accommodation? Like, she's not gonna stay here for too long. Also because I don't want you to be uncomfortable, so I'm asking if you have a problem with it, we will try and find accommodation. She's like, no, it's fine, and even in that moment you could still tell that she was still like a bit off. She was still like a bit angry-ish. Did I care, guys? I didn't. But I asked her. I was human enough to ask her. Fine. My sister is there, and then I think here and there she talks to my sister, so I'm just like, kodwa akakhulumi nami akakhulunywa nami. And I don't care because I spend my time with my partner, right? So it so happened that my partner moves from Midrand and then he moves somewhere else. Now it means I'm spending most of my time in the apartment, ne? My sister is gone with the kids. They've left a while back and I'm back, mina. My I guess man just indirectly, so we are fighting. So how we learn, ne? And then in her not talking to me, then she started becoming very rude to my child. Try everything, not my daughter. If you wanna be a bitch to me, not my child, because I will mop the floor with you. You don't. So my child would greet her, and my child is such a sweet thing, guys. Eh? Hello, mama, and then girl is just like. I said to my child, don't do it, don't. And my daughter was struggling to accept that Mamani was now not so nice, and she didn't understand why Mamani is no longer nice. And I'm just like, I'm also not in a position to say anything, because you don't want to say something bad to a child about someone, because when they see them, that's the only thing they see. So you avoid explaining the details behind the problem. And I did exactly that. Like, I respected her. So I think the fact that I let things be, and I let her be, and I didn't budge, I was just like, I'm climbing. Then it got to her, because I think maybe at some point she wanted me to be like, oh, but baby girl, why are you not talking to me? Bitch, who? Me. Me. No, I don't do that. Me. No. Fine. Now, because the situation started becoming hostile, and ukele akasasebenzi manje sekufika abafana. Now she doesn't care about the first agreement we had, where I said, I cannot allow such things to happen around my child. I can't. So that's not important to her anymore. Listen, I want you to understand that that apartment was not that big, ne? Like it was like an open area, bathroom, and then when you walk straight down, it's her bedroom, and then mine was on the left hand side. She finds us there, ne? Sometimes, like, I'm sitting, like, she walks in, she finds me, it's my daughter, and sometimes it's my partner, or it's just me and my daughter. She gets in with a guy, she doesn't even greet us, she just passes, they get in the room, they lock, they start having sex. And then they're not even trying to silently do it. There's no sense of respect. They're not trying. No one is trying to respect anyone in this case. Guys, I hated going to that apartment with everything in me. Like, that environment was so toxic. You know, when you go to work and you're driving back and you're thinking, what's going to happen today? You know, and what pissed me off is, because she wasn't staying at the apartment, she was staying with that other girl. She would come to our place, ice and makeup, and then mess the whole place around. And I ended up staying with my partner most of the time. Like, I was begging my partner, and my partner was just like, babe, I want you to be patient. We'll find a place, or I'll help you find a place and support you the best way I can, because I can see that this is getting to you. More than anything, my child, she's asking, what is it? When mama is having sex and she's screaming everywhere. Now the child wants to know, mama, is mama fine? Oh, now I'm taking the child out to play for some time, and then it's guys upon guys upon guys. Like, there could be 3 guys in one day. She wasn't staying at the apartment full time, and she was using our apartment to do all of that. Why was she not doing it where she was staying? Because she was staying with that other girl. They open the door, they come out, it smells like shit. I'm just like, who's cooking fish up in this place?
But what we're not going to do is fry fish up in this motherfucker.
Yo, hey guys. And you need to understand that when someone is angry at you like that, and for nothing, when someone is angry at you for nothing, I want us to understand that it's for nothing. You struggle to sit them down and be like, how? And then, what's going on? Hey, I was depressed. Like, I hated that place. I hated going back to the place because you know when you walk into a place and the first thing you have to do is fix things around, clean after someone who doesn't even care. 1 minute you walk in, I remember at some point she had said to me she doesn't drink box milk because it's not good quality. And I would buy box milk for my child because it was just a reasonable option for me. And then I would do it because my child ate cereal. I don't like cereal and I don't like dairy in the morning. 1 minute the box there shorter, she's drinking. I don't mind sharing food, but don't mess it, like don't waste it, because guys, it was COVID. Some people had reduced salaries, like it was a mess. And someone is doing that to you. I remember that other girl trying to, I was just like, babe, I don't think anything is ever gonna be fine, ne? Then I started becoming cordial with her. Then she started fighting with that other girl that she was staying with. Then she moved back. Let me tell you, my partner made it a point that I move out, because he was the one who was dealing with me crying, me sulking, me, like he was dealing with my emotions. I hated an apartment that I was paying for. I hated every single moment of being in there. And I made a promise to myself and I said, I will never, ever, ever share an apartment with a stranger. I remember this other time, my daughter asks her, Mamani, where's the other uncle? Which uncle? The one with the shade, the other flowers. Omararu usul. Or I want to get married uncle usul. And I mean, it's okay for the child to ask because there was commotion happening, and that's exactly what I didn't want, because my daughter was at an age where she was absorbing, like she was, whatever you do around her, monkey see, monkey do. So she was at that age, and I didn't want that for her. And it was, yes, the day I decided to move out. The day I decided to move out, I did. I moved out, and then the cherry on top, I move out. When we move out, we agree we're moving out. And then the guys by the apartment, they had to come and do an inspection. When they do an inspection, they expect you to be there, ne? I had already moved. So Kamota, are you going to be there for the inspection? So I want you to understand, she left the apartment late for whatever reasons. I don't know why she left the apartment late, but she left the apartment late. Her leaving the apartment late meant she'll be there for inspection, ne? So the guys by inspection, they arrive on the day. They find her stuff in the apartment. She hasn't moved. They do the inspection on their own. Guys, we had to pay about 5 grand because she wasn't there to do this. And I asked her, are you going to be able to do the inspection, or do you want me to come and do the inspection with you? She's like, no, I'll be there, I'll handle it. Yeah, did she handle it? She was not there. The guys got there, they did an inspection. We ended up paying for things that we found there, because had she been there, she could have been able to say, no, we found this here. This was like this when we moved in here. This was like this when we moved in here. Ne? She was not there. Those guys made their own conclusions. We paid for things that were already broken when we moved into that apartment. Only because she wasn't there to say we found them here. And the guys did say that if there's no one to do an inspection with and we do it, you have to take whatever we give you. Guys, multiple times. Should I come? Should I come and for the inspection? She's like, no, I'll handle it. I made a promise to myself that I will never, ever in my life share an apartment with a person I don't know. Listen, guys, I would rather downgrade certain parts of my life. I would just so I can stay alone in an apartment. Because the flames, guys. Have you ever hated a place where you every month? 1 minute what's in apartment whole party, and you're just like, okay, it's fine. And then I just leave. I go to my boyfriend, and I feel like I was with my boyfriend a lot of times because I was just escaping that environment. I was sad. It was depressing, guys. It was draining. It was depressing. And because and she was angry for, I was just like, yo,
you're going down.
That's an English suppose I am. Keeping cut.
I am cold. This is suppose I am. You cut.
I was pestering my boyfriend almost every day. It's baby, I want to leave. And when he finally made it happen, guys, I was just like, I'm going to marry this man. I am going to marry this man because what? Like, I was at peace. And you know what? I'm also not going to sit here and be like, I didn't have my own mistakes. I had my own mistakes, but the difference between me and her is that I communicated. When I didn't like something, I communicated. When she didn't like something, she retaliated. And she retaliated with things that she knew I didn't want, especially for my child. You know, I think the last straw was when we had about 3 guys coming in one day, and we're sitting in the lounge, and she's just screaming like a banshee in her room, having sex with multiple guys. Like, there was a guy an hour ago, and there's another one now, and then there's another one. I was just like, my child. Like, every time that happened, guys, my daughter and I had to take a walk, because I'm just like, no, I don't want that for my child. Like, that for me was the final straw. And the leswe, guys. You know what? We had our great moments. We had our great, like, we used to go out, we used to have, and you know what, guys, then for me, I felt like, you know what, staying with a lady almost my age, you know, would be nice, man. We would go out, we would go, you know, have drinks, go have lunch here and there. When we get paid, we would, only because I addressed things that made me uncomfortable. That's exactly how we got there. And I was just like, I feel like if you want to get to me, don't use my child. Like, don't use situations that I openly communicated with you. And you know what? Even when I moved out, I knew that she was going to struggle to get a place. But I was hurtful at that point. I was just like, I'm going. I don't care what happens from here. I'm leaving. And I left. My partner was like, Linda, I'm tired of you complaining, crying, or unhappy, and you are paying for a place and you are not happy. I am also tired. My partner was tired, and then he decided, Asambe girl. And I moved out, and I made a promise to myself. I was like, no more. I decided with myself that I'm not going to do that. And yeah, that was it. So that is the end of our story time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to also share the link to this video so that you can tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to come and check out our YouTube channel. Otherwise, please don't forget to subscribe. And now we are on a road to 1K. Remember to tell your friends to come and check out our channel so that we can grow again. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.